Hey there, how's everybody doing? I'll try to get through this video. Hopefully this one will get through. So we got the Mixamo thing. So I got this Darth Vader, and it's got the guy from Swing Blades shaped head, but he's actually got a friend of mine, Tony's face wrapped on that head. I lost the one of the original actor. I don't know what happened to it. Uh, so in Mixamo, well, first of all, when I sent this 3D model to Mixamo, I exported it as FBX, and when I brought it back from there, I downloaded it. I saved it as FBX 7.4 with the skin, but he didn't come in here with a texture. But I'm thinking the skin is actually the model. If you tell it no skin, it's just going to send you the bones. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I'll just re-download it and open a different blender and just check that. So all the ones I've been trying to get this video done. It's really frustrating to me, some of the stuff with the 3D models animating, because there's a lot of things I don't know, so it makes it a little more confusing, because I don't know why something doesn't do something, or why it does it. It's a good thing ChatGTP can help with some of that. Oh yeah, thing's getting smart. I was messing around with it, and the first thing I said was, "Hello there," and she said, "Oh, Master Kenobi," or something funny. Import FBX. Why didn't you do a DAE? Man, they don't do right for some reason. I don't know. I export them out here as a DAE though, but bringing them back, I don't seem to do right. The scale, I believe it's like 100 is what I had to put, and then find where you downloaded it. Honking horn. It still ain't right. Something's not right. Oh, I told it just to do the damn. That's right. I told it no skin. See if you import it with the skin. We'll just redo it. Import it with the skin, which I have next to it. Then you see him there, right? But he didn't have a texture. And it has to do something with the way I send it out. Like it had a texture on it for whatever reason. I know Havoc NG had got it to where it showed the texture in there. But it's like I told him, I said, man, I don't have to see the texture in there. Just as long as it's in Blender, that's all that matters to me. So he don't have anything right now. But I know he was two separate materials that made that, because I made it. He's a Darth Vader suit for the whole body, and then just a different texture for the head. But to easily get to that, where you want to get around there, you can go into the bones mode, pick the bones, and go to one of these. This one. Tell it rest position. Now, do you see what I mean about the orientation? This is like their standard, but that's not ours. So, to make a long story short, the way I fixed the warping was to rotate it properly. It was off. I'm sure I could probably do it right by selecting the right thing when I exported it, but I didn't know what the hell to put. I did a lot of little tests to figure out what's causing that. I'm going to get on with the rest of it, but let me just point this out. Let me go back to the pose mode. Pick the bones, go to pose mode. Now watch what happens when I when I rotate him around. Yeah, 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 yeah. So when you get him in the game and he's animating and walking like this, but he's still walking the right direction, but he's looking like that. Well, it's because you got to rotate him around. That's why. And it's hard to do it because, it's going to put it back. I think you have to do that. I'm not even sure how I had it set because, no, you can't just rotate it around. But that's how I fixed that. But the thing is, it looked fine in here, but get in the beam and it would not be fine. So that was what was frustrating me so much. It's like, well, damn, it looks right here. Why ain't it looking right? Oh, also, when I exported the thing back to the Beam, I mean, damn it, Blender, uh, just the one I did it on, or is it when I imported in? Anyway, the thing is when you export the FBX from, no, my bad. It's when you go to download it. No, it ain't there either. Shit, where's it at? Oh, it's where you do a DAE, I bet. No, I don't remember where the fuck it's at. I don't remember. I don't. But where what you got to click, I tell it to apply the transforms. I think that's. Oh, I know what it is. It's when you import the damn FBX from Mixamo to Beam. So when I pick this here, for example, you see, apply transforms. That's what I had to do. But by doing that, it came in here like that. That's why I'll do it. Oh, okay, so that's what's causing that damn problem. So all I had to do to fix it was rotate his ass back around. That's all I had to do. That was what was causing it off. See, if you don't apply the transforms, you're not going to see that. And usually you wouldn't do that in here, not to send this out to the game, because you're not moving anything around. You know, it's already baked the animation for you. So that's what that was. I'm glad I figured it out. I did a little bit more to this one. I made it a little bit longer because it was like need a little more things done to it. So here's what he does now. And of course, he can't drive the car and do this. It's just for fun. Shit and giggles is what I call it. Shit and giggles. So he's just honking the horn, and he's like, "You son of a bitch! I think you're number one." Yep. He thinks you're number one. That's what that is. The universal sign for you're number one. They make a thing here. I saw it one time called the Big Flipper. It's a big old sponge hand that you could hold out the window and it flips a bird. Nowadays, it wouldn't be a good idea. You'd shoot your hand holding that damn thing or shoot you through the window. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But no, you can't have an animated DAE for a jbeam if you're doing that. You can have animated textures on jbeam models, but not you can't have an animated model be a jbeam. The way people do in the trick people to make it look like the Hulk is running down the road and kicks the car. If you really want to know that stuff, I'll tell you, but I'm not getting into it yet. Not today. But I've done it before myself. It's like a Houdini illusion or my Copperfield illusion. It's not really doing what it looks like it's doing. You got something hidden in there moving, doing the kicking. It's just following in sync the animation. That's pretty much it. Well, alright, let's get him in the game. So, I've done export of this thing so many times into the game. And the texture, oh yeah, I forget that. Go to rest mode. So you can go into edit mode. Don't worry about rotating them around. If you rotate them around, it's going to mess it up. Edit mode with him selected. What I'm going to do is just real quickly just select the head. Now this works for this one because I know where this one where everything's at. But we're going to select the head up there. I got X-ray turned on so it'll kind of get everything. And then if I want to fine tune that and get that better, because you know that's not really that good, you can hold shift down and select more stuff like the faces if you want to get more accurate selection, or hold control to unselect. So I'm not going to do all that, but that's what you would do. And once you get that in edit mode here, you would say new material, and this will be the head. I'm just going to call it D head 1. So I think I already made it. Assign. And then the body, I wish there was a way you could invert the selection and pick what you ain't picked and not pick the other, but I don't believe you can do that. So what I'm going to do is just hit A to select all and then unselect the head and assign that to the other part. Oh, turn X-ray on where you're not going to get everything in the back. And like I said, I'm just going to real quickly just pick that. I'm not worrying about it being neat. And then that'll get a new texture. That'll be the body. The body one. Now the material. Same material that was on there before whenever you got it. Wherever it was at, just load it in there. It should fit exactly where it was at before. Because you're not doing anything to the UV maps. You're just removing the texture that was on it. Or, yeah. So that's the suit. I got the wrong. Oh, yeah, that's the suit. And you say assign. Assign. And then you do the same thing with the head. But see, what I should have did is I should have picked the texture as I was doing this. So I don't got to reselect it again and do it again. But I didn't think about that. Remember, X-ray's on, so it gets in the back too. And then that'll get the other material, which will add the material to that. And that'll be the head. Or the head. I reckon that'll work there. Let's get him into the game. Yeah, too bad you can't have animated DAEs as actual beam NG dummies. But it'd be kind of cool. And you can animate them by doing puppeteering. I do that. I have these little puppets out of them. That certain things do certain things. Like you can make it talk by steering left and right. Things like that. Or make it flail its arms around by pressing the clutch key. No, we don't need that lighter camera. And I didn't change any of this. This is just how it came from Sketchfab. I didn't modify anything there. Let's see. Let's put it in a different level. One that I know it's not in yet. Alright, so in here, I make a new folder. So it has its own folder. Or it's not going to complete that texture. It's not going to finish it. It's still got to make it right. It still has to write it out so Beam will read it. Let's see. You can name your folder whatever you want to name it. And then name the DAE whatever helps you remember what it is. And off it goes. Now we should be able to import it in to a level, to that level. And that'll be it for this. If there's anything that's not clear, let me know. Rather than me try to point out every single thing, we'll just do it this way. You can just let me know what else is missing out of the thing. The only thing I didn't show you is like initially what it looked like before I sent it to Mixamo. I can pull it up and show you. But it was centered to the 3D cursor, by the way. I like this little land mass. I know it's mirrored, but I didn't want it to just be half a map. I'm going to try to do a little bit more with it. I was doing it for a tutorial on rescaling a map. The guy wants Garfield Heights map scaled, but I'm having problems with that damn map. Now he might can send me the one he's already fixed, and I can scale it a lot easier. Y'all see that? Does anybody here know why I was doing that? Those are decals. Also the train paint's messed up. But you're doing that because it doesn't have alpha assigned to it. You can't have a decal on top of another decal unless it's that straw blender dark. Unless you have lerp alpha on See, there's nothing on it. And probably all of them probably don't got it. But I must have not saved. I don't know, this is just me, or is it like the game looks different every time you load it? Like it might look good one day, and then you load it the next day and think, God, that looks like crap. Whatever did I do last night? Like plays tricks with you. That did look better. I made some little paints, just basic, up for up close stuff. That's the problem that I have with this one. If the guy sees this and sees what the hell, why is it doing that with me? I don't know. See how slow it draws? You think it was drawing a 50K damn picture, but it's not. I'm going to the errors, and as I tell all you, take a screenshot, send it to ChatGTP. It doesn't really give me much clarity. I wish it would. I'd like to fix that one. I get that damn error all the time. I don't think I've ever seen it on the developer maps, though. It's always error maps. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I gotta log in, or they ain't gonna let me upload it. I'd like to get the paid one where you got unlimited. You can annoy it unlimitedly. Paste. I'm gonna switch over to chat mode. Hey man, hey, tell me why it's doing that, man. It's not hearing me yet. About to reload. There, wow, shit. Hey, Did you see that screenshot I sent a minute ago? Did you see the screenshot I sent a minute ago?
I can't see screenshots or images directly. If you describe what's in it.
I just sent it to you. Alright, now you've seen it. Now tell me what you just wrote.
Your BeamNG log is showing a bunch of errors about missing terrain textures. It looks like the game is trying to load DDS files from the temp art terrain material cache directory, but they aren't found. This could mean the textures didn't pack correctly or are missing from the material definitions. Are you working on a custom map or modifying an existing terrain?
Oh, do you know what? You just helped me figure it out. You can't use DDS on PBR terrain paints. So it's going to flag that as some kind of error.
That makes total sense. BeamNG's PBR system expects non-DDS formats like PNG or TIFF for terrain paints. So it's probably just throwing those errors because it's looking for something it can't use. Glad you figured it out. Are you switching the textures over now?
No, I can only do one thing at one time. My brain didn't come with a math coprocessor. I have the SX variety, not the DX.
Haha, I get it. No built-in floating point unit. Gotta process things one step at a time. What's the next thing on your do list?
Oh, I'm going to get back to my tutorial. I just thought I would share with everyone like how helpful you've been. But yeah, I'm going to get back to it now.
That's awesome to hear. I appreciate it. Enjoy your tutorial, and if you hit any more roadblocks, you know where to find me.
All right, thank you. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's DDS in there. I forgot about that. And I seen it. I mean, I looked right at it, but I didn't think about it. Only thing I'm not sure is that how the hell it get in the cache to begin with. I didn't put it there. But anyway, that's my issue. Now I'll get back to what we're actually here for. But yeah, y'all know I get sidetracked. Don't act surprised. You know I can't just stick on topic and get straight through a video. That looks like shit. That's what that looks like. It don't look that good to me. It look like the outhouse is leaking over there. It look like that fella over there. He took a dump and it overflowed on the ground. That's what it looked like to me. It looks good up close, but it looks like crap when it's far away. I remember I tried to do mud on a. I tried to do mud on a uh, Hiroshi Speedway, and I mean I thought it looked pretty good, and I think it was Pizza Planet. The guy, he said, it looks like somebody took a shit on the track, man. And I didn't think it did, but after he said it, I said, yeah, I guess it does kind of look like that. Might have been Cosmos that said, somebody, I forgot who, it was one of the ones that had been around since the beginning. But yeah, I always like constructive feedback and negative feedback because it helps me decide what to do. Because if y'all don't like it, I don't want to keep it on, if it's something y'all don't care for. I think there was 1, 2 times I think I offended somebody. I took that stuff off. Oh, I remember what it was. I made a flag for somebody for a car, but because the flag, when it was animating, it was turning upside down. The guy said, yeah, you're trying to insult my country. I mean, maybe in another country that is insulting, I don't know. So I took it out of there. What country? I was India. The guy wanted a flag for his car, so I was showing off the physics of it, how it blows in the wind, but in the process it blew it upside down. All right, where did I put him at? In the art folder. And I'm gonna timestamp this, so if you don't timestamp it, then it's your own fault for not skipping to it. If you didn't want to hear everything else. The body. There he is right there, and you know what? He ain't doing nothing. He's not animating. He's just sitting there like he wants to animate, but he ain't. He's just looking like, I bet that son bitch is probably pissed off right now, but I'm getting a kick out of it. He done this old damn tutorial, and he done did the whole tutorial, and now he can't do the rest of it because it messed up on him. Yeah, that's what that son bitch is thinking. What the hell happened? I didn't put it out of pose mode. You gotta take it out of rest mode, I'm sorry. You gotta take it out of rest mode. We're just gonna come in there resting. That's just how it works. Alright, let's get back. Now sit your ass down and do what you're supposed to do. Come on now, we ain't got all day. Ah, look at that shit there. Our old friend is back. Old stretchy taffy. Like a taffy that's been stretched out. Now, if I'm right about what I said I was right about, I should only have to rotate his ass. Now, what did he look like in rest mode? He looked like that. So that's the orientation he needs to be in. Don't worry about the bones. You just rotate him. And he gonna look all messed up in here, but that's okay. He gonna look fine when he gets in the beam. 90 degrees. Alright, I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right. And I probably had to apply some shit. I probably didn't apply it when I was playing around earlier. I didn't apply location or something. I don't know. It's probably my fault. Look at that. I was right. I was right. It's a good feeling when you're right. That's what I say to the problems of this video. We got you solved. Now, if we could put him in a car, we could put him in there just as just a quick animation kind of thing. Car ain't gonna move, or he's gonna stay in the same place. We'll put a car in there and see how he'd look as a model, or as a dummy. Which one would Darth Vader drive? I see him driving something kind of like that. That's really what I see him driving. It kind of looks like a Star Wars ship. I made that little decal. Um, so it kind of looks like a road edge. I know they already got road edges, but I wanted to make my own. I'd like to be able to make trees really good. I don't know how to make them well. Not at all. Mine come out wrong. Oh, this must be one of those cars from England, you know, where they drive on the wrong side of the road. They say we drive on the wrong side of the road. Hell, maybe we do. They did start putting roundabouts here, though. I seen one near here. I'd never seen one before. I didn't know what the hell to do when I got to it. You tell them. You tell them, Carl. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Now you can do that. You actually can do that with a dummy, but you have to hand animate it. You're pulling the strings. Literally, you're pulling the nodes to make the things move. But I program them into thrusters, so I don't have to actually grab the nodes and pull on them. I can just press gas, brake, clutch, and it'll do it for me. But it still takes a little planning. Well, that's going to be it. The Carl that I was working on, I wanted to do. I had the idea to do anyway. Have him. Would it help if I send this file? I think I'll send it if anybody wants it to look it over. Import it in the Blender file of it. And, if you need to look at it, I'll just do that. And I'll leave it just like this too, so you'll know that's what it's supposed to be in the game for it to work right. I'll save it. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. This is going to actually be the dummy. And see what I mean by puppeteering? If you want it to seem to talk. It's hard to move them damn things. 3D cursor. -5. That should be about 2. No, the other way. Oh, I had it right a minute ago. Damn it. Oh, don't move it like that. Alright. This will be good enough. It'll get the example across. We'll set the origin to the 3D cursor, and then now we rotate it. Now I did an experiment where, in addition to it doing this, it also has skin that connects the two to hide the space that stretches like a real like a real face. It was really early. It didn't stretch that well. It kind of looked like the polygons were stretching when they shouldn't look like they're stretching. You know what I mean? But it was progress. But I think I'm just gonna make him so he can just anybody just wants to have him to kind of look like he's talking. I'll put the inside of the mouth in there too. I love that. That was a funny ass movie, man. Well, not so funny. It's funny thinking about it. It's a good movie. I like that movie. But anyway, that's it for this one, folks. I'm gonna leave it there, and I gotta work on that tutorial for that scaling. And by the time I get the tutorial made, the guy's probably gonna have done figured it out on his own. But I'm gonna try to get that tonight. But I don't know for sure. Oh, I also got like this. I got a Jason Voorhees that the mask breaks off the face. Darth Vader, the actual jbeam for this thing, his armor breaks. I got it cut so the pieces of the armor break off of him. The faceplate breaks off the mask. The head part breaks off. The arms come out. The body parts. And at the time I was working on it, I didn't know enough about doing the texture swap, so that when it takes damage, it changes the texture. But I wanted it to look like as he took more damage, it made like a charred look on the skin, or bruising and stuff like that, or whatever he would look like underneath the armor. But I was gonna do that, and I just hadn't got. I know how to do it now. I just ain't got back around to it. I'm not sure if I might want to have a Darth Vader dummy driver or a Jason Voorhees. I got a Michael Myers one too. I forgot about that one.